Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a BrewDog beer. Good old BrewDog. So this is the BrewDog Australia. They've got a main brewery up in Brisbane. I think that was the one that started it all in Australia. They now have one in, I think, Sydney, Melbourne. The Melbourne one's cool because it's in an old jail. And I think they have one now in Fortitude Valley as well. So I think they got two Queensland locations. Maybe Perth. I think there may be one over there. So yeah, there's a few, but I'm pretty sure the main brewery's Brisbane anyway. So this is known as the South Pacific Ale. And I dare say with that name, it's probably a take on Pacific Ale by Stone and Wood. I'd be pretty confident that would be the case. Just says an Australian New Zealand hopped Pacific Ale. Pacific Ale is sort of a style created by Stone and Wood, and yeah, it's like an Australian sort of thing. But yeah, there's just not many breweries have done one. I'll read what it says on the back anyway. South Pacific Ale, Pacific Haze, inspired by the real life paradise on our doorstep. This is our liquid love poem to where we live and where we brew. Brewed in Brisbane with our hops from Australia and New Zealand, South Pacific Ale is a haze of tropical fruit aromas and as mellow as a blazing coral sea sunset. Paradise in a can. Geez, they're building it up. And then it says independent, which BrewDog aren't really. Brewed in Brisbane, enjoyed worldwide. So it is pretty cool that like the Australian branch of BrewDog does their own beers, and it's not just all the same worldwide. So I've got an old school glass of BrewDog back when they were a good brewery. So this is one of their original glasses. On the back, it's got like what styles it suits, which is pretty funny. I remember getting this like back in the would have been about 2015 or something like that. Whenever BrewDog, I don't know when BrewDog started, but it was around that time anyway. When I first had Punk IPA and thought it was the greatest thing ever. Now it's trash. Hello to the chatters. Who do we have? We have hi, I am new here, definitely not Hamish. Cheers, brother. No, I didn't tonight. I did just have a shower, which is weird because I didn't work today, and I just sort of I just moped around today. Didn't do much at all. So yeah, I hadn't had a shower all day, and I was like, if I'm gonna do a couple of beer reviews and try and stay awake, I better have a shower. And yeah, I have had lunch, but I haven't had dinner. I cooked up. This is what I had for lunch. It was almost like a breakfast for lunch, but it was sort of a late lunch. I cooked up pancakes with maple syrup and then bacon and eggs on the side. I just had a big stack, and like it was so good. I just cooked because I had pancake mix sitting there that had been in the cupboard for ages, and I had some leftover bacon. So I was like, I want to cook up bacon and eggs, but I didn't really feel like toast. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have pancakes and then have them on the side. It was sort of weird having egg with pancakes, but it worked. I'm going well. Burger for dinner. Cool. Yeah, I'd love a burger right now. The big dog. Cheers, Craig. Welcome in, dude. You having a beer? The boys. Ale. Cool. Cheers, Trilby. It's good seeing you on Simo's this morning. I just woke up for a quick pee break and seen you on there. I haven't been on many panels lately. Yeah, it was good. I'm not one for normally cooking like big breakfast. It's more of like a treat thing on a weekend. Yeah, I don't often buy bacon and eggs as much as I'd love to have it more often. It's probably not the best thing for you either. But the main reason I had this particular bacon I had was my mate reckons if I love real smoky stuff, he said to try this particular bacon from Aldi, and yeah, I loved it. So yeah, let's get into this beer. Let's see how shit it is. So yeah, as a lot of people know, BrewDog were an absolute force in the craft beer world. When they first started, they were honestly one of the best breweries in the world. All their beers were like just packed with hops, massive flavour, like just unreal. And then they just got shitter and shitter and shitter, and like there was problems within staff and management, and yeah, it just turned into a bit of a circus, to be honest. And now when you have their beers, they're just very dialed down, very watery. Occasionally you'll get something that's decent, but yeah, I don't have high hopes for this one. So normally their darker stuff still goes all right. Yeah, exactly. There was a week there I had steak and eggs every day. And man, I felt really fucking good. Like just the amount of energy I had, and I was still not sleeping properly though. I just once I get my sleep shit sorted out, I just want to like I don't know. It's just so hard to feel $1 million when you can't sleep properly. We'll soon see, dude. I mean, you see me last night. I was going along fine, and then just fucking fell asleep again. I just can't help it. So that's what it looks like. Oh, and the percentage too of this one is 4.3, so pretty light. Let's get into it. Yeah. Nah, thanks for doing that, dude. Much appreciated. Any sort of help that people give, if that happens, it's always appreciative. I sort of snapped out of it and yeah, finished the stream off, so it's a lot better that way. So yeah, it looks pretty light. I would say like a lemon type colour, like lemon juice. The head actually looks all right. It's like foamy 2 to 3 finger white. Carbonation's probably medium. It's got a fair bit of bubble action. I would say reasonably clear. It's got a little bit of haze to it. Let's go a smell. Yeah, I'm getting like some passion fruit, maybe pineapple as well. It's very tropical, like some melon, honeydew melon. It's like there's a bit of a grassy note there in the background. I would say the malt's like quite biscuity, very light malt, but yeah, you can just tell it's sort of that biscuity light grain. Cheers, dude. Yeah, yeah, I could imagine. See, Paul and Michelle are currently catching up with Joey in the North London area. The area they're in looks like a little bit rough. Yeah, I'm definitely getting like a melon, maybe some guava as well. It's very tropical. Got quite a bit of sweetness to it. There's a question for you, Adam. Yeah, bloody oath. Like Joey wanted me to go out for the because he's gone there from America and he's a Brown supporter and I'm Vikings and they're playing each other like a regular NFL home game in London. And like I would have loved to have gone, but I can't just with like a month's notice or 2 months' notice all of a sudden pack up and go to the UK. I don't have that time. I don't have that money. The hardest thing would be my dogs. It's like, what the fuck would I do with them? People don't realise how fucking far Australia is from anywhere. I mean, people like they're crapping on about jet lag from America to England. I'm like, it's a fucking 5 hour flight. If you get jet lag doing 5 hours, it's pretty lame. It's like easier to fly to America or England from vice versa than it is for me to go to Asia. Oh, that's cool. It's always, I like when people still stick with their real small club. It's good in England how, like, yeah, obviously regions like have their own teams, and yeah, like it's fair enough if your local team's some team that's never going to be up there, and you sort of like you barrack for another team, but it is a bit annoying in England to have so many people barrack for like those big dominant teams and they don't even live in that area. Like they've hardly even been there. It is a bit the same, I guess, in like a lot of sports. Like it drives me nuts in AFL how many people barrack for like Collingwood and that, and it's like they only barrack for them because they're like dominant and got a huge fan base, and people just jump on board. Yeah. Cheers, Phil. Good to see you, bro. Cheers, Juzzy. I was going to hit you up tonight, Juzz. I was going to see if you wanted a beer and jump on, or just do a little stream together or something. Cheers, Brandon. Yeah, the boys. I see TJ did a thing on Ballarat. That'd be pretty cool watch. Yeah, well, possibly a bit later, might organise something. I'm just doing these two beer reviews. I just thought of it today. I thought if you're up for a beer, we could just do a random hangout just for a bit and have a chat. Phil's getting a copyright infringement. Cheers, Evie. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I knew you were going to Ballarat this weekend, so that's what I thought of when TJ said he was there. Yeah, no, it's fair enough. There's just people that jump on teams and it fucking drives me nuts. Like a classic example is in the NFL, like Kansas City Chiefs. Like 5 years ago, they would have had fuck all fans, and now you see people wearing Chiefs gear everywhere. It's like, what a load of shit. Same with Golden State Warriors in the NBA about 10 years ago. You're not happy with TJ? What happened? Anyway, I should probably taste this beer. Good old BrewDog. Look at it though; it looks so watery. My thoughts aren't high. They just have that like generic taste. You can just there's just see something about the water or the I don't know what it is, but they all have this particular taste, and it just straight away it's like, meh. It's pretty average, I'll be honest. Do you know what it tastes like? It tastes like a non-alcoholic beer. It's just got a very, very weak base. I think that's what the problem is. Very weak base, very watery, but like hoppy at the same time. And it feels like that's all you're tasting, just these like, I don't know, like light hops. It's not pleasant. I'm sorry, Brewdog. I wanted to try hard to like your product, but I need to get my hands on like a decent barley wine or stout from them. Something good. Something old that's been sitting on a shelf for a while. It's got to be something decent out there. When they had all those dog series beers or something like that. I have had good stuff from them in the past. It's been dark. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said before. He's got Facebook, Adam. I'm not sure about Insta. He he's actually sent something else, so there'll be another test to see if there's no dramas. Yeah, Phil, do you want me to pass on your Facebook details to Adam? He just wants to chat to you about your postage stuff from the UK. Cheers, Steve. Good to see you, brother. I remember the first time I went to Thailand. And I was flying Thai Airways and I'd learn a bit of the language and stuff while I was there. And I had an absolute fucking ball. I was flying overnight, coming back home to Melbourne. And like the all the flight staff, I was just hanging with them in the back, like the where they have all the drinks and stuff. We were just standing in there, just having a good old chat, and they just kept feeding me with grog, and yeah, like they just thought it was so cool that I'd learnt like some of the language. And then they're like giving me all these treats, and they're like, "Oh, you're not normally allowed back here, but we just thought, oh, this is fun." Like, yeah, it was just such a great experience because everyone was asleep and they just didn't give a fuck. Like, Yeah. Yeah, no worries, dude. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Adam, if you just look up his name, I'm pretty sure his name is, yeah, exactly the same as what it is there. And it'll come up like me as a mutual friend. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I forgot the Raptors won. That was massive. Remember the big street parties and that they had? It was just so random for a non-American team to win the NBA. No, I don't think I have. Actually, I probably have with some home brews, but not just a regular beer. I don't. Oh, actually, I may have. You know, when you go to beer festivals and they have like tasters of real whacked stuff, I got a feeling when I was sort of first got into craft, I think I had a barley wine that was just way too strong and I wasn't ready for it. And I think I had a sip of it and just the booziness, like initially, I think I like almost threw up because it was so insane. So I reckon I've just tossed a beer like that. That's probably happened maybe a few times in the early days, but just your standard can or bottle. I mean, because they're brewed for commercial, they're going to be somewhat drinkable. So I think like I've always, I don't know, I don't like wasting stuff. So I just open it, and even if I don't really like it, I'll still finish it. Cheers, Rusty. See, Joey and Paul are catching up. I think I've seen you in the chat there. Yeah, it's fucking shit how they have control over shit like that now. Get 100-year-old beer or wine. Fuck yeah. See, shit like that, I'd try it. A lot of people be like, there's no way I'm trying that. It'll be bad for my guts and all that sort of stuff. But I'd just be like, fuck it. I'll give it a go. Unless you poured it and it had all these like floaties in it or something. But yeah. Yeah, no worries, dude. So yeah, the beer I've got tonight after this one's gonna be decent. I just felt like when I went to Aldi and got a couple of German beers, I was like, I'll try a BrewDog Australia beer and see how it is. Just a 4 pack, reasonably cheap. But yeah, I don't think I'll be rushing back to get any more. It's probably the sort of beer, I don't know, maybe if you had a partner, like say a female partner in particular, that didn't really like your hoppy beers that you drank, like your bitter beers. So, but she wanted to try something crafty and light. This would be the sort of thing you'd get, just because it's like sort of easy drinking and cheap. Is it good? Simo was telling me, I can't remember who it was. There's a particular band that me and Simo like, and he said there was a brewery doing a collab with them. I was like, fuck yeah. I just can't remember who the band was. It might even be Ghost. Yeah, I can't remember. There you go. Connection sorted. Yeah, don't know, dude. Probably not. Maybe just like one or two people I know. I'll have an open panel at some stage. We'll see how we go. See what mood I'm in. Cheers, Paul. Good to see you, brother. What's this one, Juz? Yeah, for sure. Remember you telling me about that. Cheers, Juz. Yeah, hit the old thumbs up, peeps. It's good that there's a few people around tonight, especially Van Saturday night here and Saturday morning everywhere else. It's fucking decent weather today. It's actually starting to get better. I think tomorrow's meant to be like mid-20s and sunny. Yeah. The only shit thing is because we've had rain all week and now the sun's come out, the lawn is just like. My backyard is a fucking disgrace at the moment. I don't even want to go out there. Yeah, fucking oath. There's just something cool about it. I mean, if you drank it and it had a real dodgy taste, you just know then that you're not going to drink anymore because it's probably not going to go down well. But that would be cool for the channel too. Like Sammy tries 100-year-old beer live. Yeah, we don't get any Oktoberfest shit like that. It annoys me watching all you guys drinking all this Oktoberfest stuff. We get fuck all. We get local breweries doing a few German inspired beers, but we get fucking hardly any of the German stuff. And then you go to Aldi and they'll just have like Hofbrau's Helles, and it's like it's not even an Oktoberfest beer. Yeah, I don't even know how to use it. I joined I joined that Discord thing and I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I reckon I've opened it once or twice and just went, yep, I don't know what this is. Megadeth. No, I don't think so. Megadeth have beers with a Canadian brewery, like French Canadian brewery, and it's an ongoing relationship. So I couldn't see them brewing with someone else. A bit like the Trooper with like Iron Maiden with Robinsons. Yeah, I'll check it out afterwards, bro. Oh yeah, the guy. Yeah, cool, awesome. Where was it? I'll highlight it. How am I gonna do this? Fuck. Yeah, that's what's shit about StreamYard. You can't click on stuff and copy it and that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll just have to watch it back. It is roughly at the half-hour mark, so that's pretty easy. If I remember that. Yeah, if it was on YouTube, I could just click on it or like copy it, paste it, and put it up in a link up above, but you can't do it through here. Yeah, it was unreal. Yeah, I had that. I think I had that on the channel. Pretty sure I reviewed it. I reckon I had a 4 or 6 pack of it. Ocean Alley, I was meant to see live during the pandemic, and yeah, obviously they cancelled the shows. And um, I'll be watching the rugby whenever that's on. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Yeah, I can't remember what brewery it was. I just remember Simo saying to me, he goes, "Oh, there's a collab with the particular band that me and him are a fan of." I'll message him now. Apologies, I hate using my phone during streams. My name is not Jagman or Tanner. God. Yeah, see, I would have been in the backyard today, but because the I get gardeners to come around and mow and whatever because I've got a really massive backyard. So you need a ride-on mower, and it's just easier for me to pay someone to do it than me do it myself with a push mower. I'd be better off just going and working a few hours at work because it takes me a full fucking day to mow it with a push mower. So yeah, they've been really busy and they haven't been for a couple of weeks, and because of the rain and the sun just back and forth, it's got really, really thick and high. Don't start talking about him again. You'll get Evie going. Oh shit. Where were you riding, dude? Yeah. I don't know. As I've said, I love German beer. I'd love to visit Germany, but I just don't think Oktoberfest would be for me. I just think it's shit that if you go there, it's that fucking busy. You have to sit in the same spot, and you can't even like go from tent to tent. Like I just, I that would just infuriate me. I'd be fuck this shit. I mean, maybe there's days where it's quieter and you can sort of explore more, but I just think it'd be shit and restricted and having to guard your table just to be able to sit down and have beers, and then you're stuck in the one tent drinking the one beer the whole time. I reckon that sounds shit to me. I'd rather just go to like Bamberg or do something else. Here we go. I knew you'd get it going. Yeah, that's cool. It's good when See, Melbourne's had some really good, like, German taps. But yeah, we just don't seem to get, like, the package stuff. If we do, it'll probably come in like 2 months' time when it's like, I don't know, I want it now during Oktoberfest. Cool. There you go. Adam's only been to Sydney for a couple of days and he's been to that very place. What did everyone have for dinner? Yeah, that's shit. I had a very late lunch, Evie, and it was more of a breakfast than a lunch. I cooked up. I had some smoky bacon I needed to use, and I wanted bacon and eggs, but I also wanted pancakes. I didn't really feel like toast, and I've got some proper Canadian maple syrup there. So what I did, I cooked up a stack of pancakes and then bacon and eggs on the side, and I put maple syrup on the pancakes. But then I thought, fuck it, maple syrup and bacon goes well together. So I just ended up putting maple on everything, and yeah, it went real well. It sort of seemed weird having eggs and pancakes side by side, but yeah, it was pretty tasty. Unfortunately, now I'm out of bacon, but I've still got a shitload of eggs. I'm thinking there was a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago, I had steak and eggs every night for dinner, and I felt fucking so good like that week. I just like, especially with work being physical and that, I just felt like I had so much more energy than usual. And yeah, I was gonna try it again just to see if it had the same sort of effect, and it might be something I sort of start doing more of, sort of like a carnivore sort of diet sort of thing. Um, yeah, so I've got three big steaks in the fridge ready to go and a carton of eggs. So maybe I'll get something naughty tomorrow and then yeah, do the steak thing next like on Monday. Nah, I'm talking the NRL grand final, dude. Yeah, nah, it wasn't those. We had discussed them. I really wanted the Trivium one. I like both those bands, but Trivium's like one of my favourites. Yeah, they definitely did collabs, and me and Simo have talked about them in the past, but they were a while ago. There was someone recent. Maybe it was Megadeth, but I feel like it was someone else. Like Megadeth probably are doing a collab now, but I just got a feeling it was another band. Yeah, I don't know. Like I might even end up ordering something tonight. Couple of beers in me. I just don't see how that's like allowed. Because wouldn't you be like, yeah, I don't know. Just it just seems weird that you can't just call her when you want. I thought you were telling me something happened to my stream. I'm like, what? I've done nothing wrong. I got no idea what's going on in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, but that's at Oktoberfest. They have the brewery tents, don't they? And you can only have what the brewery is. So if you go into one of those tents and you have to sort of save your seat, you can only have that one beer because it's like the brewery. Like, so if you go into the Hofbrau tent and you find a spot to sit and you've pretty much stuck there, you're drinking Hofbrau the whole time. That's what, yeah, like you can't just, isn't it like they're all brewery tents? It's not like every beer's in the one tent sort of thing. If you want Augustina, you have to go to the Augustina tent and vice versa. That's what I've heard anyway. Each brewery has its own sort of tent, and once you get into them, like it's real hard to get a spot. And then, yeah, once you get into them, you're pretty much drinking that one beer the whole time. Or they might have maybe a Marzen and a Vest beer. Oktoberfest coffee. Wow. Yeah, see, we got in our Aldi store. Like Aldi for me is awesome because it's only like a fucking 5 minute walk. But we just there's particular stuff we get, and I'm like, that's fucking unreal. But we just don't seem to get the beers. We don't get all these awesome packs like you seem to get in the UK and that. Yeah, is that the War Pigs that's so the War Pigs is originally the Danish one? Is that what you're talking about? Like it's isn't it like a branch of like Mikkeller? You have like Mikkeller and War Pigs and a few breweries all together. And yeah, War Pigs has got like a metal sort of theme to it. And then it's probably I know Mikkeller's now in California or somewhere, so that War Pigs, it's probably the American branch, is it, of the Danish one? Oh, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I'd be stocking up too. Yeah, I knew it was a while ago. I thought it was like maybe the start of this year. It was when they were meant to tour together, and then they had a bit of a falling out. They were doing a Europe tour together, and then they were doing Australia afterwards. But yeah, Bullet have now ended up coming out here by themselves, and Trivium are doing a tour at some stage. I was sort of hoping Trivium would be part of the Parkway Drives concert series in Australia. I thought they might have one or two international acts, but yeah, Liquid, drum and bass, house, but I like bits of everything. Yeah. It's funny, like a couple of songs I've played there, like obviously being metal and pretty heavy and that. Sometimes people get concerned when you're into music like that, but it's like most songs I'm not even thinking about the lyrics. I'm more a music person than a lyrics person. I mean, yes, sometimes I hear lyrics and I'm like, wow, that's pretty dark, that's deep, but the reason I like music for what it is, yeah, I love like shredding guitar, I love big drums, like yeah, it's like I think that's the case with some people. There's a lot of people out there that are more about the lyrics. So they'll hear a sort of certain song I'll listen to and they're like, why the fuck do you like that? Where are the fireworks? Nah, wasn't that the old Junies? I haven't heard back from him yet, I don't think. It said he was active an hour ago. Yeah. I don't really have one that stands out, but in general, it's normally like a lot of your sort of Southeast Asian macro beers or African macro beers. They tend to be pretty average. It's just not much goes into them. I mean, if I'd had more American macro and Mexican and stuff, I'd probably think some of them as well. Some of those shitty, like watered down corn lagers and that, they'd be terrible. Cheers, Craig. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, what fireworks are you talking about, Evie? I know you're in Melbourne, so there must be something going on. Yep, cool. The Darkness are coming back to Australia. I only seen them here like last year. They tend to go pretty well here, so they come out every time they can. What's the name for beer and cider? I have a brain. Do you mean like beer and cider together? A snake bite. Yeah, see, for us, a snake bite, like when I remember when I was 18, if you ordered a snake bite at the pub, it was generally a beer with raspberry on top. That's what our snake bites were. See, Craig, Joey was catching up with Paul and Michelle. I was asking if he was seeing you at all, but he said something about, yeah, just he wasn't sure. Blink. What's my age again? Good tune. Good film clip. Oh, so the Hedgerow the name of the cider? 'Cause I think I've heard you say the name Hedgerow a few times. See, Jeremy Clarkson's going to. I think he said he's going to London this weekend or next weekend, and every pub that serves his beer, he's going to stop in at and have a chat to people. And if you happen to be at the same pub that he's at, he'll shout you a beer. There'll probably be people just following him around. Oh, okay. Yep. Melbourne show. There you go. I was wondering why you were banging on about fireworks. I forgot about the show. Yeah, the show's sort of in that like Carlton area, isn't it? Like Royal Park, Flemington, sort of somewhere around there. Yeah, I think I am. It's a fucking heap of activity tonight. Do you like bullets, Steve? I'm a fan. I love the way they make the guitars squeal. It's awesome. I wanted to do a bullet chug, but for some reason all their music's like, yeah, it's like they must have huge copyright issues and stuff. You can't even find their shit on there. By the way, I still gotta do yes, Violet Soho. I'll do them tonight. I meant to do it last night, but I obviously got sleepy. I was listening to a bit of them today. Good old Viceroy and Like Soda and Covered in Chrome. Good tunes. The last girl I was seeing was right into them. She loved like a heap of sort of like punk rock and that sort of shit. It's good when you're in a relationship with someone and they like similar music. I remember one of my ex girlfriends, all she listened to was like Eminem and Snoop and all that sort of stuff. And it's just like after a while, you're just like, oh, fucking kill me now. Like, I don't mind that sort of stuff, but it's just like when it's all that someone listens to, you just get so fucking sick of it. Yeah, that's who I reckon it is. I said Ghost. I reckon it's Ghost because me and Simo are both big fans of him. And it was something that sort of shocked me. Like I didn't expect it. Whereas Megadeth have done beer stuff before, so it's like if it had been them, I wouldn't have really cared. I'm sure it's Ghost. So what's that brewery like? Little cottage brewery. Because yeah, that would definitely be a beer I'd be interested in. Good old PBR. I loved it when they probably still have it, but PBR has a big long cylinder of beers and it has 99 beers in it. It'd be so fucking awesome having one of them. Yep, sweet. Yeah, it's definitely the one I reckon, dude. I knew when like someone would say it, it'd be the one because I said Ghost first. I was like, I'm sure it's someone like Ghost. I knew it wasn't Parkway Drive or Sleep Token. They're probably the three main bands that me and Simo talk about together would be, those three: Parkway Drive, Sleep Token, and Ghost. Just because they're three bands that we're both fans of, and they're sort of current. Blackberry and blackcurrant cider. Fuck, that sounds awesome. Cool. Hello. Are you gonna bust out some That's always one of the first songs to learn how to play. Yeah, no, it's fair enough. I even heard him on the stream before with Paul just saying how fucking expensive everything is, and I'm like, yeah, dude, welcome to the Commonwealth nations. Americans don't realise how good they've got it when it comes to finances. Yes, they have to pay for their own medical, but I feel like everything else is fucking way better. Yeah, Bullet and Trivium did because they come out together. I mean, if someone still knows if you can get those beers or not, I'd definitely be keen on those, especially the Trivium one. But they're pretty old, so I'd just more want them just as like collector sort of thing. I'd still smash the beer, but keep the cans. Yeah. So that's the thing with me. I'm obviously a rock and metal guy, but I have like very diverse taste in music. I like a lot of shit. I feel like my knowledge of music's pretty good too. It's a bit like beer. Good. Hit the old like too, peeps, if you haven't already. Cool, dude. Yeah, I think it's already arrived in Melbourne. Bloody quick. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Have it as like my intro. Yeah, there's a lot of beer songs. Trying to think of like a favourite. Mm, I'll get there. I'll think of one. Yeah, that's cool, Evie. Do you play guitar much? Biggie. Get on Biggie, Hamish. My rap boy's Biggie. Biggie Smalls. Or the notorious B.I.G. He's fucking awesome. Every now and then you'll see me wearing the Biggie t-shirt. Yeah. I piss up all me pay watching footy on TV. Fuck, that's a funny song. I like how it just started because of that chick writing that bitch song. Meredith, was it Meredith Brooks or something? She wrote that I'm a bitch, I'm a mother, yeah, whatever that is, and then he did like a skit saying I'm a bloke, I'm a yobbo. Yobbo is pretty much another word for a bogan in Australia, a yobbo. Hey, you yobbo. Down at the old Bull and Bush. Yeah. Cosmic Psychos. Fucking oath. They used to, yeah, they used to play in my hometown a fair bit. They're like sort of proper Aussie sort of pub punk rock, aren't they? What are their songs would be about? Beer and women. One artist I actually got into the last few years, and I used to fucking hate him, is Kanye West. For some reason, I don't know what it was. I just started listening to his stuff and started getting deep into it, and was like, wow, I actually like half this shit. You little prick. Is in the bloke one, dude. Is that what you're talking about? I'm trying to think how the start goes. Fuck. Yeah, I know it just goes doom, doom, doom. But I just can't think of how he opens the song. Oh, he go. I hate the new age guy. I think that's how he opens it. I'm pretty confident that's how he opens. Yeah, he's whacked. He's whacked as fuck. But I don't know. There's some depth there. Something about his music I don't mind. And yeah, as I said, because I'm more of a music person than a lyric person. Yeah, I hate the new age guy. I just can't remember what he says after that. So he mentions like beer and pies, I think. Yeah, he said I live off beer and pies. I hate the new age guy. I live off beer and pies. You said it. Oh, I reckon I would know the words. I just need to hear it again. Yeah. See, I knew you'd. I just feel like me and you are so in sync when it comes to music. Pretty much everything I love, Steve loves, and yeah, it's cool. Cheers, Ghost. Long time no see, brother. Been watching the football. Got the Vikes playing the Browns in fucking London. It's going to be a weird one. Joey's over there for it. Yeah, I'm a chauvinist. I live on beer and pies. He must say something else after he says, "I hate the new age guy." Or does he say, is that when he says, "I'm a chauvinist"? I live on, does he say that after, "I hate the new age guy"? I love the fact that a shit BrewDog beer that's hardly been looked at, talked about, drank has made a stream go for an hour. It's ridiculous. The shit we speak about, so funny. Yeah, hopefully we smash them. Cheers, Juzzy. What does the star mean next to the comment? So if I, because he's given a donation, if I go like that, does that like put it at the top or something? There's a heap of people now going, like they'll say, "Oh, hit the like and subscribe and make sure you hype the video." Well, what the fuck does that mean? The chats, the chats are awesome. It's just weird though how the guitar dude left him, started his own shit, and then the guy they got in just seems like he's way older than the rest of the band. It's like it's one of their dads. Yeah. Why is that? Didn't he just want to catch up with him? And you're old enough to have that thing in the bedroom. That sounds suspect. Yeah, it'd be a rivalry between those two also because they're close. Yeah, and same with Bengals. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I've just heard people banging on about it. It's the same with those the XP points. It's like I don't know what the fuck that is. You go into someone's stream and you chat, and all of a sudden it's like you're ranked number one, and then someone's ranked two, and cheers, Sam. I've only had one so far, but I might have a few. It's a Saturday night. What are you up to? I got no idea what you're going on about, Hamish. I've just been talking shit or listening to shit from the others. Nah, this beer's pretty average, so it hasn't inspired me much. Let's put it down. go on to the next one. I'm a chauvinist. I live on beer and pies. I want to think what else he says. If I start to make you nervous, something like that. I reckon when everyone sings it too, they put on that stupid over the top Aussie voice. Oh, you're talking about the bedroom comment. I had no idea what you're even referring to. Yeah, I get you now. That beer is deceased. I'm just writing a eulogy for it right now. The eulogy says, shit, don't bother. I am there. I've finished, haven't I? I'm up to the comments. The beer's done. The comments are done. I'm done. I'm out. I've had enough. I got a Browns beanie. A Browns, Bernie jersey. Yeah. I read that as I got a Browns beanie. Yeah, you got a jersey of that player. Ooh. I've got an Adrian Peterson jersey, and yeah, he's had a bit of shit go down since he finished playing for the Vikes, so it's a bit of a shame. If I had one these days, I'd have to go JJ. I think Justin Jefferson. There's a few players I like. I like Harrison Smith. I obviously like our new young quarterback, JJ. Yeah, I'm going to move on, have another beer. So, yeah, everyone come over to the new one. It was probably meant to start about an hour ago, but yeah, this rubbish BrewDog beer, probably I reckon about a 3.3 out of 5. It's pretty average. um, but yeah, this is what I'm drinking next. It's got a bit of hype to it, this beer. Lucid Haze by Range out of Brisbane. They're in the Newstead area, which I'm sure. Hi, I am new here. Definitely not Hamish. I reckon he'd know where that is. So yeah, it says a luscious, hazy double IPA brewed for our New Zealand week, 2025 edition. So yeah, I'll do that next. Goes with my beanie. Yeah, boy. So yeah, come over there. I'll start it straight away. Actually, we'll try and continue the party. So yeah, if you haven't hit the like on this one, go for it, and then hit the like when you come into the newie. See you shortly. Bye bye.